This is The Burden They Hold. On hiatus, need to rewrite the story by X Pookie X, which I did 3 chapters of before, and rather than reading it again, we're just going to go straight to chapter 4. Because I don't know.
Well, there's a reboot soon.
Yeah, there's a reboot, but they haven't updated in 2 years, so I don't know.
Go on.
I don't know if that reboot's coming, dude.
I mean, we can hold out hope, but don't hold your breath.
For 2 years for a fanfic, that's essentially like abandoned. Usually, anyway.
Probably.
You never know.
You never know. I mean, they were active on the site for 4 years, so.
What's a fifth?
A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. Hello, guys. This is Chapter 4. I hope you enjoy my story. Well, in my opinion, I think this chapter's a little boring. There's not much happening in this chapter, but although I hope you like this chapter, I don't know what will happen when I upload the next chapter, because I already have another story to write. 2 Worlds, where I already have 4 chapters. Also, Gara with OC and Kankuro with OC. I hoped if you're gonna read that story that you also like that story. Happy face. Enjoy. By the way,
Jesus Christ.
I think 2 Worlds is one of the stories that got deleted from their account. Anyway.
I'm a little worried for the author to warn me that this story ain't gonna be great. Imagine walking into like Cats or something and the warning pops up and says, "Hey guys, it's gonna be kind of shit."
Chapter 4, Gara's POV. The next morning... Fuck.
Alright.
The
End video, that's perfect.
Why can't I fucking read?
It's alright, buddy.
I think we should start critiquing ourselves.
Yo, just do an MST3K where we just take the piss out of each other. Anyway. Gar's POV. The next morning I woke up. I felt that someone was laying against me. Slowly I turned around. I saw and felt that she was holding me. I sighed. What have I done? I looked at my alarm clock and saw that it was still early. I don't want to go to school today. I looked next to me and sighed again. Why have I done that yesterday? I have never lost the control by a girl, so why now? I just don't get it. First I hated her, but on some way I have gone loose on her.
What does God loose on her mean?
I lost my shit on her.
I really went ham on her.
I went ham sandwich on this bitch.
I have lost the control.
I have lost the control by a girl? I turned around to her and removed some hair out of her face. But I don't know if I even like her. Just, laying in bed with her, cuddling, playing with her hair. Don't really know if I like her or not.
Turning around like 5 times.
Sighing each time.
Going loose on her. I have to admit that she had beautiful eyes and pretty long hair. It's pretty long.
Those beautiful eyes I can't see because they're shut.
And I sighed again. She's got some pretty eyelids, not gonna lie. Come on, Gara, this is not going to work. And besides, I have told myself that I will never have a girlfriend again. I will never forget that day, the day she was cheating on me.
Oof.
Sex noises. Deeper, deeper. I'm going deeper. What is going on here?
Well, that
Are you going deeper?
She would be sick in bed. She had told me she was ill. Why am I hearing this? She had lied to me. How dare she lie to me? Bitch! Gara?
Bitch!
Bitch! I woke up startled and looked next to me. Yuki. I felt that I have sweat a little. Did you have a nightmare? She got up and stroked my cheek and kissed me. What? Before I knew it, I pushed her away. Leave me alone! I got up and turned my back to her. From today, you will sleep in your own bed. I grabbed my clothes and walked to the bathroom. Turned on the shower, undressed myself, and went under the shower. Damn it! I hit the wall with my fist and felt the blood streaming down my fist. Jesus Christ.
What
Jesus
the hell?
Christ!
He cracked the fucking linoleum. I don't want a girlfriend. I don't want to have one anymore.
It's just the story of a man who wishes to cuck himself.
This is Gara the MGTOW story. I must ban her from my thoughts and the Smash tournament. After a while, I turned off the shower and dried myself and got dressed. I did my hair before the mirror. He doesn't have a lot of hair to do, but okay.
Before I did
He's
my
gonna
hair, I
redo
did the
his
mirror.
weave.
And returned to the room and saw an angry Ayuki before me. What is it? I said with a cold voice. Why are you acting so suddenly? Yesterday you acted different. What? Not in the morning, but in the evening? You were. I interrupted her right away.
He says after a long
Just had
pause.
a stroke. You okay, buddy?
A jumble of words, long pause. I interrupted her right away.
I'm just reading how it's written.
God damn.
So his eyes just cross all of a sudden. It's just, ugh. I was not different. I just couldn't control myself, that's all. It was nothing yesterday, so just forget it as soon as it can. There is nothing between us, and that would never happen. I saw the shock and anger in her eyes. Her tears were falling from her cheeks. Not her eyes.
She's crying from her cheeks.
As you do.
Hey
What?
girl, let me make them cheeks cry.
What have I brought with me into? I had never lose that control. I walked into my school bag and put my books in it
How big is your school bag?
and walked out of the room.
Walk into a school bag and just rolled out.
I walked into the school bag and really let loose.
And let loose on her.
Fuck.
And was
a
walking
quiet kid walks into a school bag.
was walking by the courtyard. I sighed and sat on the bench and laid my bag next to me on the ground. Why did I get those flashbacks again? I thought that I banned those flashbacks. I didn't know you could just ban memories. I held my hand before my face. The door was slammed open, not with a hand, but with something.
A dick.
Gara, what are you doing here? She looked shocked to Gara and knew that they were in trouble. What am I doing here? Jess should be laying sick in your bed, but to hear it and to see you are in great condition. How could you do this to me? What have I done to you to treat me like this? You will pay for this, both! There was a sound behind me and attacked them. You will pay for it, I said with a deadly voice. Gara, Gara, Gara. I woke up and looked up and saw a blonde standing before me.
How many dreams have we woken up from?
We're on the 4th level right now, dude.
Are we
Oh,
still
okay.
dreaming?
Oh god, this is a nightmare. I looked at him and must sigh and looked at the ground. Is there something, Gara? You are not looking good. The blonde was sitting next to me and looked worried to me. I explained everything to him, has happened yesterday and my flashbacks. Dude, how could you do that? I know love is difficult, but you would have hurt her. I looked at the blonde, and what he said was true. I have hurt Ayuki. Yes, that's right. She will hate me, but I don't mind. I looked again to the ground, and didn't know what I must do. It will be alright, Gar. It just needs time. What I said before, Naruto patted my shoulder, but self, I didn't know if it would be alright, but I didn't care somehow.
Alright.
That was... It's another fucking perspective switch. These are long chapters, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
Oh boy.
Ayuki's POV. Asshole! I knew it. I didn't go into that. Boys are all the same. I threw my art stuff and let me fall onto my bed and cried. I did not realize that I was crying very hard when I suddenly hard knocks at the door. I stood up and removed my tears. Wow.
Just
Grab the
just
pliers,
take them
remove
off
the
your
teeth.
cheeks.
Just peel them off like a fucking adhesive, alright. And open the door. Before me, there stood a girl with light, long blonde hair. She held it in a high ponytail with a bang before her eye. Can I do something for you? I tried to keep my voice normal, but that was hard to do so. Everything all right? You sounded pretty upset. She looked worried. Yes, I was pretty upset. I looked at the ground. Wait, are you not the girl who share a room with Gara? She looked surprised at me, and I nodded slowly. Do you want to talk about it? Or if you don't want to talk about it with me, I don't mind. She smiled to me. I'm just thinking, like, all of this is so radically detached from Naruto, you could literally just change all the names, and this would be an original story. It would still be muddled and confusing, but it would just
This could be.
it would just be its own story.
It could be a Boruto story.
This could be a Bakugan story.
I wish.
Actually, I want to talk about it. It bothers me and is hurt. I got tears in my eye again. I am here just 4 days and my heart is already broken. Gara was just the wrong boy. But also, he is hiding something. On the other hand, I want nothing more to do with him. On the other hand, I want to know. Shall we talk about it in your room? She came inside and closed the door and walked with me to my. We are both sitting on my bed. Tell me what is going on. Have it to do something with Gara? Did he do something to you? She already asked me questions, but by 2 questions, I nodded. I don't know how to say it, but we did something punishable. But please promise me that you not tell something to someone or Tsunade. I looked at her pleadingly. Please. Don't worry, I won't tell something. But
We murdered the janitor.
He's under the floorboards. But you said that you two did something punishable. Did you sex with him? She looked at me surprised.
Yes. I sexed with him.
Shh, not so loud. And no, we did not have sex. We had sort of sex. For the rest, nothing. And kissing. What? We didn't have sex. We sort of had sex. And then we kissed. But what did he do to you then? She looked at me questioning.
I don't even know, and I've been listening to this story.
Well, he just said that it was nothing. That it meant nothing. That he cannot control himself or nothing. That he felt nothing for me. And that there is nothing between us or what happened. I felt the tears coming.
How many times can you say nothing in a sentence?
Nothing.
I feel the tears coming.
Well, I can't say nothing about it. It was not nice of him. But there's something happened a few years ago, but that he must tell on his own, because he has a reason. Maybe not a logical reason, but there is one. Ino looked at me and smiled. A reason? He has a reason to behave and such? But I think the best thing is that you stay in your room today. To be honest, you look like a mess. Ino giggled, and me too a little bit. Bitch! I grabbed my phone and called the nurse, and told her I'm feeling ill and stay in my room today. She gave me permission to stay in my room and would pass. I hung up.
Don't worry, I promise I'll pass.
Don't worry, you're gonna die. Hey, Nurse Chan, I'm feeling kind of bad. Can I just skip classes today? 7 days. Yeah, thanks, Nurse Chan.
Such a sweet lady.
To look at the time, it is almost time to have breakfast, and now you are sick. They will bring food 3 times a day, in the morning, afternoon, and evenings. What fucking school is this?
I want in.
Like, you can just call the nurse and say, hey, I'm sick, and she's like, that's cool, fam, just stay in your room and pass. And then they just bring you food, like, fuck.
They gotta make your last few moments comfortable before they kill you.
If you're sick, you just immediately go on death row. In any case, do not think too much about it. It was stupid of him. But also, he is actually a god, nice guy. Only he has difficulties with people. She is the second one who said that. Tamari also said that he had difficulties with human. Is that because there was something that happened a few years ago? That's a really weird way to put that.
We really did just glance over the fact that he's a god.
Well,
Literal god among men.
That's not that important.
You're right.
I looked questioning to Ino, and she shook her head. More further than a few years ago. Furthermore, there are things that happened I do not know about him. But Tamari and Kankaros had said something that he has been struggling for a long time to get along with people. But I go now. Get well soon. She's not actually sick. She's making me sick. She waved at me, walked out of the room, and closed the door. I laid on my bed and looked at the ceiling. Why did he do this? Why did he do this? Why did he did this to me? Revenge? I sighed. Ideally, I would like to know why he did this and why he was so cold to me. That was the most coherent sentence so far. I closed my eyes and tried to get more sleep. Oh my god, these are the chunkiest paragraphs. Gaara POV.
God damn it.
Naruto and I were sitting in the courtyard when we heard that it was 8 o'clock. Someone's just shouting, "It's 8 o'clock!"
Hey, you heard? It's 8 o'clock!
Oh shit! We both stood up and walked to the canteen. Some of our group were also there. Naruto and I walked to our table and sat by. We greeted everyone, and everyone was going to eat. And Gaara? Everything goes alright with a Yuki in the little room? I heard my brother, but I ignore him. Ideally, I wanted her name not want to hear all day. Hey, I asked you a question. Why aren't you answering me?
Did you?
He said with an anger voice. 'Cause it is none of your business, that's why. I looked at with anger and goes further with eating. Luckily, Naruto shut his mouth.
Was he just holding his mouth like Abe this entire time?
I looked at him and he to me, and we both held our mouths. What?
What?
Gaara! I looked up and saw Ino walking to me. She stood next to me and whispered something in my ear. What? She have called that she was sick? Because of something like that she stays in her room? Pathetic. I goes further with eating. And after that I cleaned up and looked at the clock and saw I have plenty of time before the lesson started. I'm going to my room. I forgot something. I walked away. I felt that they were staring at me, but I ignored it. I arrived at my room and walked inside. I looked at the side where Yuki was laying inside. Every fucking line he sighs, literally every goddamn action he takes has to be punctuated with a sigh.
I really can't tell when you're reading and when you're not.
I can't either. It's fine. Must she really sleeping now? I want to talk to her. I walked to her and shake her a little to wake her up. I heard her groan and she opened her eyes. What do you want? She said with an anger voice. Actually, I could not blame her that she was mad at me, but I was mad at her because she told someone what had happened yesterday. Why have you told it to the Yamanaka girl? I looked sternly at her and she swallowed a few times. I had to tell someone. Do you have any idea what you've done to me? You have used me, Gaara. Do you have too many needs? Must you take it out on me? Well, I have feelings too. What happened in the first 3 chapters?
I don't know!
I don't remember.
Should we watch the videos to catch up?
Hold up. Let's go watch the Bird I Share, parts 1, 2, and 3.
Hey guys, we're gonna comment on our video.
Wow, this asshole has such a bad microphone. Why'd he even upload this shit? Oh god, where was I? Oh yeah. She burst into tears and yelled everything at me. Everything! Asshole! I hate you! I hate it to share a room with you! I saw she stood up and slapped me in the face. I felt it tingle, but did not give too much attention to it. I looked at her again. How could you do this to me? Do what? She clenched her fist and hit it on my chest. At least she did not do it too hard. Asshole, 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 asshole. With every word asshole, she hit me on my chest. I grabbed her wrist and then she collapsed. What?
Maybe I shouldn't laugh at that part.
Oh god, he got her.
Suck the soul out of this woman.
Got her right in the essential lemon. She's fucking dead. She collapsed and I dropped it down and held her. I stroked her back to calm her down. What have I done to you to deserve this? She looked at me crying, and I felt myself so guilty I had taken out on her when I had got those flashbacks again. I'm sorry. It was not my intention to vent my anger on you. I'm very sorry. I held her tighter and gave her kisses in her neck. Gaara.
I don't like this story.
Fuck, it got weird in here.
Gaara, why did you do this? I heard her still crying. I had sex with because I want to have sex with you. But I have also bad memory with sex. With a girl. But I don't want to talk about it. I gotta make that clear. Not gay!
We had socks on. It's fine.
There was a guy involved, but it was a three-way. It's not gay. Our balls did not touch. Not gay. Anyway.
We both said no homo before it started.
And then he kissed me on the lips. Where the hell am I? I looked at her and held her face between my hands. Her tears were still falling down her cheeks. I'm very sorry. Really. Love is not my thing. I still looked at her, and she and me at her, and holds my hands. Her tears were also still falling down her cheeks. Thank you. I was really concerned. Like, what, is she still crying? It's been a line. Why not? Why isn't love your thing? I shook my head. I don't want to talk about that. I stood up and lifted Ayuki in my arms. I laid her on her bed and got changed. I saw she looked confused at me. I only wear a pair of pants and come to lay next to her. Her eyes widened, but she make place for me in bed. Must you don't go to the lessons, Gara? I shook my head. I'm also to call the nurse and say I'm also feel ill. May I borrow your phone? She nodded and her phone. I called the nurse and told her I was feeling sick. She gave me permission and I hung up. Is that how they do it in the Netherlands? Like, you should call the nurse?
She gave you permission to feel sick.
I feel sick. That's fine.
Doesn't the nurse kind of feel weird about how everyone keeps getting sick in this one girl's room?
Well, I mean, if I were the nurse and, like, I didn't even have to go to go to the students and make sure they were sick, I would just be like, yeah, sure, you're sick, cool.
Get fucking.
Don't call this fucking number again. I'm trying to order a pizza. Also, like, this chick is crying and she's, like, heartbroken and shit, so he just kind of lays her on bed and then just takes his shirt off. Like, he's fucking Taylor Lautner. Will this make you feel better?
Look at my boy body.
Look at my boy body. Look at my scrawny 17-year-old body. Nice. Great. Don't mute yourself at all. Just cough into the microphone. Make sure you aim that shit directly at the microphone.
Oh,
I'm
I thought
sorry.
that was her response to the boy body. Nice. Great.
Where the fuck was I? Oh yeah. She nodded at her phone. I put her phone on the bedside table and went closer to her. She snuggled into me and I stroked her back. Uwu notices your bulge, glumps you.
Oh no.
I laid my face into her neck and began to give kisses again. I heard her giggle and she stroked my hair.
Apparently taking his shirt off was enough.
Yuki POV. The hours went by fast. Although we've only been hugging each other and kiss each other and got our food for the last time this day. We are both not very hungry, so we put our plates on the desk. Gara locked the door, and he laid next to me in bed. Tomorrow we are still free, so what do you want to do tomorrow? Well, we couldn't do much because we are sick, but... Gara looked at me and stroked my face. I thought about drawing or making sketches, and then I want to draw you. I smiled and gave him a kiss. I felt that I became warm inside, but I wasn't sure if we had a relationship or not.
Oh no.
You guys are, like, on the cusp of fucking, and apparently you've already fucked, so...
I mean, it was only kind of fucking. It's
Kinda.
not actually.
And they kissed a little, it's fine.
This story's uncomfortable.
Gara, I had a question. I looked at him blushing. Huh. He looked at me and stroked my cheek. Just a fucking thwomp from Mario. Do we have a relationship? I looked at him and saw he was hesitating. I felt my tears coming up. No. He looked at the direction of my boobs and didn't know exactly how he must feel. I smiled and stroked his cheek. We would see how it going on. Not that it would be happy thought about it by a relationship, but I see that you have difficulties with love and the other things with it. I want to take it easy on you, but I think that you also take it easy with me. I looked at him.
It sounds like she's trying to dom him.
God, I wish. I looked at him and gave him a kiss. I saw that he nodded. We just take it easy. He hugged me and gave me again several short little kisses in my neck. Listen, neck kisses are really already a relationship thing. Like,
and already giving kisses inside the neck too.
Yeah.
That's one step beyond.
open the neck, give a kiss.
And
got
then
sexual
walking
implications.
dinosaurs.
Open the neck, get on the deck.
Everybody do a big fat feck.
Gara, are we keeping our relationship secret, or are we going to tell the others? He looked at me with his beautiful jade eyes. The best thing to tell them. They will discover it somehow, but we know the rules. We may not have sex with each other.
I said they weren't in a relationship.
I thought they were going to fuck.
And what we had last night, I grinned at him, that was not sex, but a makeout session. He grinned. But if we have sex, you must not moan too loud, otherwise they will hear you, and then we are both standing at the gate with our stuff. I don't think that my father would be happy about that if he heard something like that.
So why's your dad at school?
He sighed and hugged me further. He's reached level 2 hugging. Ow! Ugh. But how can I be silent if you do it too good to me, Gara?
What?
You guys have known
Is
each
she
other
actually sick?
for 4 days!
4 days is all it takes.
For you to do it good to me.
Do it good to me, Gara.
Really let loose.
Hey, Gara, go ham sandwich on my pussy!
Remember, it's not sex if our balls don't touch.
Why does she have balls?
That's where the piss is stored.
Oh no!
I gave him a kiss and stuck my tongue in his mouth. I felt that he was startled about my move, but I felt his grin on his mouth and accepted it.
What?
After a while, to have some sort of makeout, we hugged each other further before we were going to sleep. Ayuki, now that we are sleeping in the same bed, do you also need that nightlight? I looked at him and saw that he was irritated with the nightlight, and I shook my head. So long as I can sleep with you, I don't need it. Well, waste of money, though. I gave him a few kisses on his cheek. That's okay. Do you have speak your sister today? I shook my head again. No, but I'll speak her tomorrow. But how must we tell that we are not feeling sick anymore? Just walking to the nurse and telling her that we are not feeling sick anymore, and then the next school day going to lessons, and she'll report it, then everything is alright. But the best thing is that we have some sleep now. There have much happened today. Really? I don't feel like anything happened.
Nothing happened. Just, you got into a scuff of your 4-day relationship.
Then you went and he went and had breakfast, and then you both just laid in bed and kissed for hours.
After he walked into his school bag.
After
Did either of you go to the bathroom?
That's what the
Or
school
did you
bag
just
is
piss and
for.
shit yourselves?
Oh no!
Ew!
Gara was going to lay on his back, and I felt that he pulled me onto him so that I was laying on top of him. I laid my head on his chest and closed my eyes to going to sleep. I felt his hand stroking my back, and then he putting his other hand under his head, so we both fell into sleep.
I thought that was going to go someplace completely
Into
different.
the deep fall? 20-foot drop?
Was that a
Wait.
pitfall?
If you're laying on a pillow, why would you put your hand under your head? Your hand's going to go to sleep.
Support, I suppose.
Get
Mhm.
another pillow.
Some of these pillows can't stand up to the support you need.
Get more pillows. There have been times where I've laid on 6 pillows because my fucking head just squashed them all.
I just fold my pillows in half.
Put the bits under your head.
Just put a Yuki under your head.